After a wild Stafford race a couple of weeks ago, which saw Jason Albert dominate, but crazy battles throughout the entire field, we are back at Iowa Speedway, and we are set for race number 3 on the season here at the Corn State. We saw the West Series earlier tonight. What will we see here underneath the lights in Iowa? What's up, everyone? It's your boy Amsoil ARCA aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome back to Iowa Speedway for the second time today here on the channel. Earlier today it was the West Race, which saw an interesting one for sure, and I'm sure we will see the same thing here for these East Series drivers. Of course, I'm not alone. Once again, I'm joined by Bonnet doing the double header with me. Welcome back to Iowa underneath the lights.
Hi Nathan, welcome back indeed to you as well. Hello fans watching on the 26th of December. How are y'all doing? Hope it is great. Hope you guys had a continuous great Christmas so far. I know we did, even though that we are looking into the future with the crystal ball here. But anyway, back to Iowa here. We have hopefully a banger on store. The South race that we had earlier today was, like you said, interesting, but that was during the day. This is during the night. So we have to wonder, will we see somewhat of the same thing, or will we see something completely different?
Yeah, that's the way unknown with the West Series and the East Series. The West Series was done a day, and bright sunshine, a lot less grip. Now we are underneath the lights, more grip. Have to wait and see what ends up happening here for these East riders. And it's amazing what happens because this is only race 3 unlike it's being race 4 for the West Series. And because we only did 2 races so far in the East Series, the points are very, very tight. So we probably won't be talking about the points too much in this one, just because everybody, almost everybody, has a shot still. After 2 races, Shane Off has a 2-point lead over Jason Albert in second. Jack Haas is in third, 3 points behind. Joe Alonso and Seth Cole are tied for fourth, 6 points behind. Matthew Bennett and Owen Miles tied for sixth, 7 points behind. Eric Marlowe is in eighth, 13 points behind. Elijah Gordon is in ninth, 16 points behind. And running out the top 10, top 11, you have a tie for 10th between Colin Teague and Reese Michaels, 18 points behind. So, after 2 races, the points are very, very close. How do you think that might change of how these drivers race, knowing that after 2 races in, and 11 out of the 16 drivers could leave here as the point leader?
I think that's a big variable, and I think a lot of drivers know that. Whether all of them will take notice of that or only those top 11, that's the unknown. But drivers that need a good points day to potentially overtake Shane Wensloff at the top of the charts, like Eric Monaco starting on the outside pole position in his 15 TRD Camry, he is definitely in a good position, though he is on the outside, and we saw earlier today in the South race that the outside is not where you want to be. We saw it continuous all day,
Mm,
all race rather, and the inside was the preferred lane. But Eric Monaco, kudos to him, great qualifying session, definitely puts him in a good position, though he needs to get off the start at the green flag perfectly.
yeah, for sure. That something is not really where you want to be. You might be able to win it maybe one set of corners or maybe a whole lap, but after that it starts to slow down and that outside really does not work out. So it's going to be a bottom racetrack for the most part, and it will be Chase Harris on the pole here tonight. Alongside him is the number 15 of Eric Monaco. And roll number 2 is the 01 of Owen Miles and the 06 of the linear minute of Seth Cole. Roll number 3 is the 02 of Elijah Gordon and the number 30 of Kenneth Miller. And roll number 4, we got the number 12 of Colin Teague and the number 10 of Jason Albert, who won last time out at Stafford. And rounding out the top 10 is Jack Haas and the number 11 and the number 55 of Brad Stover. And with that being said, let's get these drivers rolling off for race number 3 on the season here at Iowa Speedway. And they will roll off here. Hopefully everyone does. Looks like that is the case. Here we go, 50 laps once again. Who do you think will win here at Iowa for the Iowa One Stop for the Hy-Vee One Stop 150?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nathan. Surprisingly, Jason Albert was my first correct pick of my entire commentating career thus far. So can I go 2 for 2 so far? Um, my pick, I'm gonna choose outside pole again. I'm gonna pick Eric Monaco. He's in a definitely a good position. Put himself at the beginning, though I would not count Shane Wenzloff out at all. He is starting deep in the pack. We'll see what he can do. Yeah, last. Let's see if he can do a last to first challenge here at IRP. Nathan, you know what to do.
Here we go, green flag is in the air. Let's go racing underneath the lights this time at Iowa Speedway for the Amsoil ARCA Series for race number 3 on the season. Here's with a great jump on Miles to the inside. Marco's gonna try the outside. He's actually gonna make it stick off of turns 3 and 4. For the time being, calling to the outside wall. The West Series was a little bit wacky. I expect that to carry over a little bit to the wide in the middle of the field with Haas, Miller, that's Miller, and then Seth Cohen still 3 wide. Oh my goodness, restriction out, but Cohen to the outside wall, and he's gonna drop back like a rock.
Jason Albert gave him absolutely no room there on the start. That could have been that was the worst start that the 06 of Seth Cole could have asked for. Meanwhile, the 44 is gone. He has gotten to a multiple car length lead. The 01 way up the racetrack. He gets into the wall, and that's going to give the advantage to the 12 with Colin Teague coming here to turn 1. They're going to go side by side for a brief moment, or maybe for the entire turn. Yes, they will. Meanwhile, still side by side, the 11 there of Jack Haas. Still on the outside, yes he will. He will be put to the outside, and he gets a little used up there by the 48, trying to make his way, and he does successfully. And now Colin Teague moves into the P2 position, putting his sights on the 44.
What a wild start here at Iowa, and these guys are still going wild from second on back as Chase Harris is pulling away and loves what he sees behind him, honestly. Nick Lopez with a dive bomb is going to take second way, or try to take second way, and you put Shane Wenzloff as one of the guys to watch out for. Juan Garcia started 15th in that same position in the West Series and won the whole thing. So it's not a hard thing to do, especially if you start on the inside. And Wenzloff already made moves inside the top 7 already, as this is absolute chaos from second on back.
Chaos is absolutely correct, Nathan. Nick Lopez, an early shout out to him, who is currently holding his own. He is second to last in points. Today would give him a massive boost in points if the race were to stay like this the whole time. But he does have to fend off Colin Teague, who has come up in a hurry. Meanwhile, they are 3 wide. Owen Miles way up the racetrack. The 20 crowds the 17, and they get away just barely. They go 3 wide, maybe 4 for a split moment. They sort of back out. The 20 is in that Wenzloff is in that sucker hole. He needs to get out of that immediately if he doesn't want to drop back further than he already is. Jack Haas, meanwhile, still stuck up on that outside. Owen Miles trying to take a look to his inside. No one gets into the wall on that occasion, but they still go 3 wide and some 2 wide, maybe 4 wide, but they keep it down to 3 wide for now. Goodness.
Tell you what, Bronson, this is a little bit more chaotic than the West Series. Definitely have a lot more grip, and oh my goodness, Jason Albert and Seth Cohen. Jack Haas is gonna hit the wall. Watch out for Owen Miles, and there they go.
Tagged. The 18 is in it. Owen Miles gets tagged, and he goes around, sending the 18 in the process. Caution is out.
First caution all day long at Iowa, and well, I was saying that it is a little bit more chaotic than the first one of the day at Iowa, and there it is, first caution of the day, first caution of the night, and that's not what Chase Hill wanted to see, as that's going to bunch the field right back up on that number 11. Tough play for Owen Miles in the 01, tough play for the 18 of Justin Perez. I think that's mostly everyone. Jack Haas might have a little bit of damage on the number 11, but shouldn't be too bad. A little bit of damage won't affect you too bad at Iowa. It is a short track. It might be a fast short track, but still won't affect you too bad.
I think they
And
put themselves in just a really bad position there. Jack Haas especially, because he was falling like a rock there up until that crash. And I feel like if he had not been around there, there might have not been a crash. But yeah, under caution, lap 12 behind the pace car, and the 44 is already up to a dominating lead right ahead of Nick Lopez.
yeah, we've seen a lot of dominating performances so far here in the East Series. Steph Cole dominated at Lanier, and then Jason Abbott dominated last time out at Stafford. So Chase Hale's trying to do the same here, but it's still really early on here in one of the longer races of the season for the East Series at Iowa Speedway. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here in the Hy-Vee One Step 150 for the East Series. Well, here we go. They all started with 3 wide with Albert, Cole, and Haas back here towards the back of the field. Really intense stuff between the 10, 06, and the 11. And watch what happens to Jack Haas. We've seen a lot of close calls, and we've actually seen this work out better than most times than not than in the West Series, but a little bit of a kiss into the outside wall slows him down just enough for Owen Miles to get into his corner panel, lose control, hit the 18 of Justin Perez, spin him around, the 30 of Kenneth Miller with a little bit of damage, and then Owen Miles, unfortunately, he gets clipped in the process and hits the outside wall with a decent shot right there. And about 4 cars involved, but the main 2 that I think are going to have the most damage and have to keep an eye out for the rest of this race, if they have speed or not, will be the 18 and the 01. Tough break. Just chaotic racing turns into our first caution of the night here at Iowa.
So we see Owen Miles seeing all of this gaggle of cars ahead of him, sending it into turn 3 and 4. He notices Haas move up, gets caught on the quarter panel, tries to get off of him, and, well, that happened. And the 18 crashes, not hard, but as you said, Nathan, definitely a lot of damage there, and we'll see if that affects any of the speed, but that is how we have our first caution of the day, mind you.
Yeah, we've done 60-ish laps here at Iowa. The first race, the West race, went caution free, and we go 10 laps into this one, and we get our first caution of the day. 60 laps in of the total 100 between both East and West here today, and now this will set up our first race all day long, with Harris out front. Can he hold off Lopez, Teague, Reese Michaels, and Alonso behind him? Let's find out on the restart here at Iowa. Welcome back to Iowa Speedway here for race 3 of the season for the East Series. We will go back when on lap number 15 of 50, still a long way to go, and one of the longer races all season long for the East Series. And unfortunately, we had our first crash of the day with the number 30, 11, 01, and the 18. The 18 and the 01 Miles and Perez have the most damage. So let's see what happens to them on the restart. Have to see what Chase Hill can do on the restart. He had a massive lead on that first green flag one. Can he have another one? It would be Harris, Lopez, Teague, Michaels, Alonso, the top 5 on the restart, and the pace car will go down to pit road. And it will be Chase Harris leading us back to the green here on lap 15 for the Hy-Vee One Step 150 back green at Iowa Speedway.
44 got an amazing jump. So did Nick Lopez, but currently he's being challenged. Colin Teague almost got squeezed there. They're going to go side by side for P2 on the restart. I was going to say Nick Lopez got a good start, but not a good enough one, as they're still side by side. Colin Teague commanding that inside. Nick Lopez trying to fight off everything he can. Alonso up the track. So does the 17. 2 cars into the wall at the same time. Side by side once more. And Teague's going to send it into turn 1. He's not going to get clear immediately. Now he does. And he is up to P2, and now he can set his sights on the leader.
Tough play for Reese Michaels and Alonso, and I think these guys, they've been battling from second on back always long, and I think they realize, hey, whoever's the fastest back here needs to catch up with Chase Harris somehow, and if Harris does this, goes way wide in 1 and 2.
Oh, that's not what he needed to do at all.
3 and 4 gonna want the second lane. The second lane's not too bad for maybe 1 or 2 turns, but you don't want to keep on running the high side as here comes Colin T to the inside. Battle for the race lead for the first time tonight at Iowa. Who's gonna get off of turn number 2? It looks like it's gonna be Colin T.
Series of unfortunate events set the 44 of Chase Harris back just a bit, and it will cost him the lead, as now we have a new leader in Colin Teague in the 12, and now the 44 has to defend P2 from the 48 of Nick Lopez. But right now, the top 5 single file, and for the better part of the whole pack, it is single file for now. Colin Teague just up the track a little bit. That's going to give the edge to the 44 as he's going to try again, Chase Harris is. But watch out for the 48. Is he going to make a dive bomb? Nick Lopez there. He thinks better of that. Still side by side for the lead. Who's going to come out of this on top? And Harris will clear once again for the lead, and he retakes the lead. And meanwhile, here comes Lopez trying to take back P2 on Teague as he goes up the track just a little bit. Harris did not get a good corner exit. The 55 takes advantage of that, and Teague, I believe, got into the wall just a little bit. And here comes Lopez side by side for the lead. Again, Harris was challenged, and it will cost him again. New leader of the race, 48 of Nick Lopez.
What a show these E-Series drivers are putting on here the night after Christmas. Here comes Stover out of nowhere in the 55, and here comes his teammate Shane Winslow. He started 15th, and he's gonna make a move. He got a little bit tight or something in 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, this is tight. Like hopefully life a third here. Oh
my
boy.
Gosh! Watch out. That is not what you want to do. Harris way up the racetrack, similar to Haas, but he keeps it off the wall. And Wenzloff is up to P3. The top 2 are well, I'm not sure about it right now, but I know coming into the race, these 2 were the bottom 2 in points. Stover last in points, and Nick Lopez the second to last. But he goes way up the racetrack, Lopez does, and with ease, Stover gets to his inside, and I believe he will clear him going into turn 1. Yes, he will. New leader of the race, Brad Stover. We have had a lot of lead changes, haven't we, Nathan?
Yeah, we have, and we might have a couple more here, because here comes Winslow, who I believe is the point entering this race, but not by much. He's going to go up to second after starting 15th, and here comes the most recent winner at Stafford, Jason Albert, inside the top 5. This is crazy, crazy stuff. The rest of this was the appetizer. This is the main event here tonight for the a little bit of a special day after Christmas here on December 26th, and this is a bottom burner of a race, another one all season long. Teague into the outside wall, and now Venturini 1-2, and now Albert trying to chase down the top 2 of Venturini.
Comfortable lead that Stover has grown on Wenzloff, but knowing that Wenzloff is the points leader, this is definitely going to add some pressure to Stover as he is looking for anything to turn his season around. It has not been very forgiving. Lopez into the wall off of 4, but oh my gosh, that's the 01 way off the pace, and that is definitely not only an aerodynamic deficiency, but also there's just no speed to it. Stover way up the racetrack, and I was talking about that pressure on him to try and turn around that season any way possible. That's definitely gotten him now, as Wenzloff closed in big time to his mistake. Stover into the wall, and Wenzloff goes to the inside, side by side for the lead once again. Stover up the track, giving the lead back, or for the first time rather, to Wenzloff for the night. And the 06 of Seth Cole, that was a mighty send to the outside, but Seth Cole, what a rebound from the start. He has come back here about midway through this race, a little over midway. But Wenzloff, this is a comfortable scene for him. This is usually the position that we most see him in, isn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, he's had a nice start to his season here in the West Series, trying to have another one here tonight, and he's trying to do what Juan Garcia did earlier today, start from 15th on the grid, be the point leader, as I think Wenzloff is the point leader, and oh no, he's pitting!
Oh, he's coming into the pits! There's something amiss on the car!
He has an oil leak.
Wenzloff, the leader, has an oil leak! He is out of the race! He's out of the lead! Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it, Nathan!
We were just talking about how Wenzloff is trying to do what Juan Garcia did earlier today, and now he's not going to be able to.
Wow. That throws everything out of the door, the window, everything. Wow, this race is completely flipped upside down, and Brad Stover retakes the lead, but he is caught up to the slow car, the 01 of Owen Miles, currently hogging the leader's lane. Stover gets around him with ease, and Miles up the track. Willie Block, Lopez, I think he thinks better of that. Owen Miles up the racetrack. Now everybody is right back for this lead, and it is not over just yet, Nathan.
This race has turned upside down. Miles, a lap down, I think has the most damage out that first crash of the night. And from the only crash, he is stuck on third gear at the moment. Stover, Lopez, where did Elijah Gordon come from in this L2 machine? Up to third and 26 seconds away from Nick Lopez. We've not really seen him all night long, and he's up front now.
Elijah Gordon, starting the third row of the grid, is now come into P3, challenging Nick Lopez for P2 and possibly the lead. I'll tell you, Elijah Gordon, if he has this speed, he will definitely take this lead with absolutely no issue, but he has to get there first, and currently he's being pressured big time by Seth Cole, who's made a great rebound. Elijah Gordon gets a little bit of a better corner exit. He looks to the inside, but I don't think he's going to make anything of it unless he sends it to the inside, which he doesn't. Stover up the racetrack, which is going to give the advantage off of the corner to Lopez. And Stover's in the wall. Stover's the leader is in the wall. And now they are still, and they're back side by side. Stover to the outside and Lopez on the inside. And Lopez, is he clear? Yes, he is. Leader once again, Nick Lopez.
I'll tell you what, I thought there would be more grip with it being underneath the lights and at night, but I don't know if it's something to do with the wind direction or what. But these cars are washing up the racetrack way more than expected. But it has provided some fantastic racing here tonight. As it is Nick Lopez out front, Stover in second, Gordon, Cole, Albert. Here's starting to move his way up through the field again. And so is Alonso and Colin Teague. Rounds out the top 7. And quickly look and see, Wenzloff is back out on the racetrack with that unfortunate oil leak. But he is last on the racetrack, 16th, 1 lap down. So now, I'm sure eventually he will catch up to Owen Miles and pass him and gain one spot. With him being in third gear. But that way for him, oh my goodness, what has happened right here? 3, call it back for a second all of a sudden.
I'll tell you what, Jack Haas made a fantastic point about ARCA being a fantastic series and being one of the best series in NR right now, and I believe he might have a point to that, as we have seen fantastic racing all race long. It's not been, right now, it's not been the middle of the race. No, it's been all race consistently. We have seen side-by-side fantastic passes for the lead, something that the South race wasn't able to provide, but now we are being treated, thankfully, to a fantastic race. And now Elijah Gordon, with that speed, with that experience, moves up to P2. Seth Cole gets by the 55 and Brad Stover, who is having a bit of an issue himself. I believe that pressure that I was talking about earlier has finally gotten to him, as now he's being stepped back into the clutches of Chase Harris. Just for the time being, everybody keeps their order, but watch out, Seth Cole trying to take a look to the inside of Elijah Gordon.
Less than 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go at the line here in the Hy-Vee One Step 150, and Jack Haas in the Discord server, I think he is onto something, because in every series, the East, the West, and main ARCA especially, we've had banger after banger after banger after banger. Multiple races in a row have been absolutely amazing. And I know that, oh no, the 18's
blew up. The 18's blown up. On pit road, smoking of something on from the engine. And that's not good for him. That's not good for Nick Lopez as he drifts up the track just a little bit side by side for P3. But if he wants to try and survive these last handful of laps, he needs to execute perfectly. And so far, he has been drifting up the track in a few corners. Seth Cole drifted up the track last corner by. Let's see if he does it again. He does, but I believe Elijah Gordon went up the track slightly. But no, he doesn't. He sticks to the inside. And surely the gap has now closed significantly. Can Elijah Gordon close enough coming to 6 laps to go in this race?
Well, what I was gonna say about the season being amazing will have to be put on hold for the time being. For 6 laps to go, and Elijah Gordon close in on Nick Lopez, who has pulled out ahead late in this one. Lopez, we kind of said something about it during the first caution. He's probably the least known driver in this series. Everyone else I've heard of and everyone else I know, either how good they are or how much they could be good. But Nick Lopez is the newest one out of this field, and he's trying to put his name out there and put the world on nose trying to win here at Iowa.
Yeah, absolutely. This would be a fantastic story if Nick Lopez is able to hold on just a few more laps. Nick Lopez, the rookie, the person that has been outside of so many conversations because he is not that well known. Can he finally break through, and can he show everybody, hey, like, this kid might be, you know, one of the more up and coming drivers? Is now Elijah Gordon is being pressured by Brad Stover here late in this race. 3 laps to go here at Iowa. Gordon up the track just a tad bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Nick Lopez is maintaining his 6/10 lead. Chase Harris being pressured by Sergio Alonso here late. Let's see if Seth Cole can take advantage of that. 2 laps to go here at the line, Nathan.
Great comeback for Alonso, Cole, and Harris, and I think this might be all she wrote for this 48 machine. That car is on wheels, and I think the tire might be kicking into effect just ever so slightly. And now, white flag is out for Nick Lopez, hanging on for one more lap at Iowa Speedway.
Going into turn 1 for the final time, he just needs to stay to the inside, maintain his speed, and that will be all she wrote for Elijah Gordon's chances. Can he make one more effort? No, he doesn't. Lap car of Owen miles ahead. Never mind, that is not going to be a factor. Off of turn number 4, we have a first-time winner in the Amsoil ARCA East Series, and it is Nick Lopez winning the Hy-Vee One Step 150 at Iowa. What a fantastic story, and what a fantastic race.
What a race. So far this season we've had, I believe we've had 3 first-timers to kick off the East Series, but Seth Cole, he's really well known in the NL community, and Jason Albert, he's somewhat well known in some NL communities, so not really new. But Nick Lopez, as far as I know, to my side, really new, and gets the win, holds on, and gets the win, and holds off guys like, Elijah Gordon, 2-time Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion over on Alex, over on AG's channel, and Stover, Harris, Alonso, Cole, Teague, Albert, Bennett, Reese Michaels, the top 10. What a race here at Iowa. Unfortunately, Perez, he blew a valve, and I think some of his damage during his the first and only caution of the night was starting to affect him. And then, of course, Owen Miles was very, very slow, almost lapped him the second time, and then, unfortunately, Winslow had a oil leak. But, what a race here at Iowa Speedway, and what a doubleheader here on the day after Christmas.
Is this a Christmas miracle, Nathan? What a fantastic back-to-back race weekend we've had, race day that we've had. What a treat to be gifted these races that have absolutely been so entertaining. Even like saying that it was entertaining is, I don't think it can do it justice. That was a fantastic race. What a treat to be commentating in it. Nathan, how about that? Nick Lopez, first-time winner in the Amsoil ARCA East Series, first-time winner on the channel, And I believe this young man has made a name for himself tonight.
Yeah, for sure. This was definitely a wild, wild race here for the East Series. Possibly one of the best races all season long. It might come down to Stafford and Iowa of what's the best East Series race so far, but a wild one, to say the least. Lopez is gonna hang on to get the win. I'm not even gonna bother explaining the results for the points because I don't know who's the point leader gonna be. You guys will have to figure that out at the end of the video with how tight the points are. But I do know is that it will not be Shane Winslow if that unfortunate 14th place finish, and he was the point leader. So, and he did have 2 top 5s to kick off the season as well. So there goes that streak, and there goes his point lead most likely. Next time out we will be at Richmond Raceway, a track very similar to this, a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, and it's gonna be interesting how that one plays out, because the outside lane, it's kind of like this place where it can work, but it's mostly the inside lane, but they shouldn't start up nearly as bad with that being a little bit of a freshly paved track, and maybe that's what was going on here. Maybe Iowa with a old service, I don't know. Well, maybe it was because of the 23 mile per hour winds, I don't know. But a wild one here at Iowa Speedway, and the points are coming up next here at the end of the video. Congratulations to Nick Lopez on the race victory here, and we will see you guys next week at Richmond Raceway for the first race of 2024 on the channel for the CarMax 150 at Richmond Raceway. I can't believe 2024 is almost here. I hope you guys have a great New Year, and we will see you guys on January 2nd at Richmond Raceway. Bye!
Bye bye.